Pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. The Bronze Bomber, 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach. The gentleman of boxing, Floyd Patterson. Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber, only 216 pounds. But the gentleman of boxing, Floyd Patterson, one of the best to ever do.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
It's hard. When you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Have you ever danced with the devil under the pale moonlight? That's what these two men are about to go through as they've been talking so much trash on social media. It's time to settle the score. Both men step back for just a moment. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. That counter shot lands. We'll keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this thing.
And there's the bell for round 2. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punching for both these athletes. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. He parries that left jab away. Nice counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Lands with the right counter. He threw the hook, didn't land. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. sweet music to his ears.
Jabel, sometimes it can be the sweet.
And there's the bell for round 3. Beautiful counterpunch. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
There's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Neither man really defending themselves. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
And a counter left. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Nice exchange here from both men. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's great. So just to see it and you'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. And beautiful. That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots in there a little bit. Just
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Good left counter that lands. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice exchange here from both men. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice counter shot with the right hand. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Looks absolutely exhausted. What are you going to tell him in the corner?
Here's the bell to start round 5. They're both trying for a knockout. Both men step back for just a moment. You'd like to see more jabs. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He just misses with that big right hand. Nice exchange here from both men. Beautiful counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. He gets out of the way of that left hand. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you
On to the 6th round. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
That left hand misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter left hand there. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. They exchange punches. He parries away that left hook. Big left there, but misses. Nice job landing that left counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Don't let him get back into this fight.
Here comes round 7. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Left counter scores. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Big left, but doesn't score with it. Just missed with that big right hand. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Don't get the jab and don't get carried away. Mate, he's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump up. Body and head. Be smart. Change your angle. Go out there and finish him. He's ready.
There's the bell to start round 8. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Both men step back for just a moment. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Just gets out of the way of that left hand. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. He blocks the hook. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
There's the bell to start round 9. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He misses with that jab. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Right punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And they get out of the way of that left hand. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
This is the 10th. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
He missed with that jab. Blocks that jab. He blocks the jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. He's going to keep his elbows tucked into the chest so he can avoid the pain of those body shots, but that leaves more opportunities for headshots. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. He misses with that jab. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox the fight and beat them on points.
Perfect punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. Big swing and a miss. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Feel good? Good man. Behind your jab and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight. Keep doing what you're doing. The gap to appear and he'll start tiring out.
On to the 12th. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. His jab just got blocked. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Neither man really defending themselves. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
Nice exchange here from both men. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.